Okay, what we have here, and this is our aspen tree, and you can see a lot of devastation on this tree. There's that one there, that limb there, and then this limb here that she's cutting on. These are called western tent caterpillars. And the really only way to get rid of them is probably 3 different ways, actually. One, you should have cut it back a little further.
I'm going to. I just need enough tree that I can actually trim it slowly into the
but you can see how they have been eaten on this tree. This has just been a couple of days, and you can see how they've really devastated the leaves on these trees. What they do is they range from Mexico clear into Canada, all on the western side of the Mississippi. So from what I understand, there's like several species of these tent caterpillars. So it's just not the western caterpillars, there's other ones as well. And what can kill them is yellow jackets, parasitic jackets,
parasitic wasps.
Wasp, birds, and they say spray doesn't work because for some reason the spray doesn't affect the moths whatsoever, chemical sprays. So they say the best thing to do is to prune the tree, all the limbs that are affected with the caterpillars, and kill them that way. Put them in a oily, soapy water, and that's what this is here. This is an oily soap water that she has here, and put them in that, and let them soak in that, and that's the only way to actually get rid of them. They eat aspen, they'll eat oaks, apple trees, plum trees, pear trees. We have madrones over on the south end of Oregon, and we're here on the west. We're here in central Oregon, so we have them here, and they have them in Washington, like I said, Mexico, clear into Canada. And they say the best thing to do is get the tent, because that's where the larvae is. And so they only germinate once a year in the spring, and then they attack the are those some small ones down the limb there, or is that just bird poop?
I can't tell. I'll have to get a new glove. Mine ripped.
Oh. So you can see, we don't see any on some of these limbs.
There's some mess there I'm going to have to clean up.
But it says that where the tents are is where they lay their eggs, and then the babies live there. They say they also will lay on dead limbs, and that the larvae looks almost like styrofoam before they hatch out. So, and I don't know, this limb here just broke. Something might have broke it somehow. But yeah, this aspen here doesn't seem to have any, but it's not doing very good. That aspen there is the healthier of the two, but there doesn't seem to be any on it. This tree has been struggling. Now it's only within 5 feet, or well, maybe 8 feet of this aspen here, and yet the soil is so much different just in that distance that this one here isn't doing very well. But as the roots grow out, the aspens come out beyond the roots. So here's some young aspens. And so we're going to let these grow all summer. And then in the fall, when they lose their leaves, we'll come out here, chop them off of the root, and then replant them elsewhere. And so we have several. There's even one right here. Looks like it might be coming from that tree there, but these roots do spread. That's why the aspens are always in groves. When you see aspens, they're always in groves. So I mean, if you, I don't see anything behind here. I haven't seen any aspens in the back here. So, but it doesn't get real wet back here, so that could be the reason why they're not on the back side. So if we wanted them to grow on this back side, we'd probably have to keep this side fairly wet. But it's where we water. There's an aspen there. But if you live in an area that you don't want aspens to spread out, the best thing to do is not grow aspens, because they will spread. Which, I mean, if you want lots of tree cover around your yard, they would be great for that. Because, like, I mean, when you go out in the country and you see a bunch of aspens, they're always in a large group of other aspens, because they grow from the root, and that's how they spread. So, but that's what's going on with this tree. Now it will grow all the limbs and the leaves back on. It says that they're not poisonous. They don't harm anyone, but they do a lot of damage to a tree. They say if you left it didn't take care of the matter, that eventually it would kill a tree, because if they come back year after year after year, eventually it would kill the tree because of the leaves. The leaves is what breathes for the tree. Roots bring in the nutrients and the leaves bring in the oxygen, nitrogen, whatever. From my understanding, it brings in nitrogen during the day and oxygen at night. So it's very important to keep these trees, these evergreens. This isn't an evergreen. That's an evergreen, that juniper. So, and I know the word for this. I just don't have it in my mouth right now. I'm 81 years old. What can I say? But yeah. Anyway, when the young ones hatch out, they eat on the silk. While they're growing, they'll eat on the silk of the tent, and then eventually they will come out and start grazing on the leaves. So, anyway, hope you enjoy, and we will catch you next time.